Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Tuesday, and that means it's Star Wars Day. And this week's episode of The Clone Wars was Tipping Point. With King Dunnup having been set free from his own prison, the rebels feel confident that they will be able to reclaim Onderon and put him back on the throne. However, the Separatists aren't about to give up the planet, especially now that they know there is at least one Jedi helping the rebels. As the battle plans move forward and the final battle for Onderon's freedom approaches, a great price may have to be paid before the final battle is done. Okay, things I liked about this episode. Now I know you guys are probably tired of seeing this, and I promise this will be the very last time. But all of these do connect, as these were 4 episodes that connected to each other. So first off, I loved that we get to see Lux again, and I'm a little disappointed this is actually the last time we do get to see him, as he was one of my favorite characters. I would have liked to have seen him in Rebels at some point. I don't think he is someone who would have sided with the Empire or the Emperor. My belief is that he would have been like Bail Organa, working with the Emperor on the front, but in secret helping the rebellion try to restore the Republic, or be like Mon Mothma and openly oppose the Empire as well. I don't think he would have been one of those senators who would have agreed with the Emperor because of what happened on Onderon. He saw what happened when something like that, or a person like that, does seize control, and I don't think he would have wanted any part of it. Secondly, we see more evidence of Lux and Ahsoka's relationship. Now, by this point, Ahsoka has accepted the fact that Lux does like Steela, and that she can't be with him, and is willing to let him go so he can have that happiness and be with someone he cares about. I mean, just because she can't be with him doesn't mean that he can't be with someone that he cares about as much as he cares about her. So we do see that she is willing to, she loves him enough to let him go, basically. Thirdly, we see more of Lux's home planet, and we do see some of the other creatures that live on the planet as well, especially these massive bird-like things. I don't know what they're called. I don't even think they actually mention what they're called in the show. If they do, I forgot. Which are really neat. The rebels were using them a lot for like transport and stuff, and they're just really these massive creatures. But I liked seeing more of Onderon. We moved out of the city. We moved out of the ruins. We were in the forest more in this episode. We were in more of the natural landscape. So I did like seeing more of the natural landscape of Onderon in this episode. Lastly, we are introduced to some new characters. Now, again, we were introduced to 2 of them like 3 episodes ago, and one of them in the last episode. But I'm still in here. It's still on here because we do get a little more information on them. Saw and Steela are the 2 that we were introduced in to like 3 episodes ago in War on Two Fronts. And King Dunnup was the character we were introduced to in last week's episode, Soft War. Now, King Dennup we will not see from this point on. Which is a shame because, again, he was only in 2 episodes. They did enough to give him a name, give him an important position within the social structure of this planet, and then after this episode, we don't see much of him, which is a shame. I mean, I know in the original trilogy, we can't see any of these characters because they weren't even thought of in that episode, when that trilogy came out, but that doesn't mean that, like, say, in Rogue One or Solo or whatnot, that they couldn't have at least made, like, a cameo appearance. Who knows? I mean, they made, Lucasfilm may come out with another side movie, and we might see some of these characters as well. Now, as for Saw and Steela, one of them we will not see again. I'm not saying who it is because that would be a major spoiler. But one of them we do not see after this episode. The other one we will see. We will see the other one in a couple of episodes of Rebels, and we will also see the other one in one of the side movies. Rogue One, I believe. No, actually, I'm 100% positive it's Rogue One. Now, again, I'm not saying which one of the two it is for those of you who have not seen Rogue One or who have not seen Rebels, as it is a spoiler. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But we will, one of the two of them we will be seeing again, the other one we will not be seeing again. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. Excuse me. There really wasn't a lot I didn't like about this episode. I thought it was very well written, and it tied the other 3 episodes all together nicely. It finished off this 4-part arc very nicely. I'm a little disappointed that many of the characters, with the exception of Ahsoka, that we spent a lot of time with in this 4-part arc, we will not be seeing again. Well, except for like one. And that's only a couple of times. But as a farewell arc for Lux, which is kind of how I see it, because we don't see him after this point in time, at least right now as of the posting of this video, it was a good arc. We got to see him go from this separatist teen who really didn't trust the Jedi because he had been told for like 3 years that they couldn't be trusted because they were on the side of the Republic, which is who the separatists are fighting against, to someone who was out for revenge because of the death of his mother, to someone who takes her place as senator and fights to basically free his planet from separatist control. So we see the completion of his journey, which was a really nice thing. And we see kind of where, at this point in time, the completion of his and Ahsoka's journey together. As I stated on the last slide, Ahsoka was resigned to the fact that she could not be with Lux. She loves him, but she can't be with him. And she loved him enough to let him go. Be like, okay, we can't be together. We can't be together romantically, which is what I want. I know it's what you want, but we can't be together. But nothing says we can't be friends. And she's willing to stay in the friend zone with him, even though I think both of them really want to move on to the next level, but they can't because she's a Jedi. But again, we finish off 2 wonderful journeys. Lux's journey from being a separatist to being a senator and basically a warrior. He becomes a warrior in this arc, and whatnot. And we see that he's willing to fight for his people and what he believes in. Which is great, which is wonderful, which was something I really liked to see. I liked seeing that transformation in him. And then also we come to the end, so at this point in time, of his and Ahsoka's journey together. Again, we won't be seeing him again, as of the posting of this video, again, that may change. They may do a side movie where, you know, he shows up in, which would be great. I would love that. But as for things I didn't like about this episode, there was nothing I didn't like about it. Again, it ties together this arc wonderfully. It finishes off Lux's journey wonderfully, and it finishes off his and Ahsoka's journey together wonderfully. I mean, to this point in time, again, we may continue on later in like some side movie. In Resistance, well, Resistance is highly unlikely, but you never know. But at this point in time, we're done. We're finished with those two journeys. Okay, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Please like and share if you're watching on this video, if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're watching on YouTube, and feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. And the links, I will have the links for all the 5 sites that I mentioned in the description section as well, if that makes it any easier for you guys to find my pages on those sites. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my related Star Wars videos. My other TV Talk videos on Star Wars. My other TV Talk videos. And my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, and this is for my YouTube subscribers, any of my videos that cannot be found on YouTube are on my Facebook page. I will have the link in the description section. Okay, this one is for my Facebook friends. Any of my videos that are not on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. The link will be in the description section. I will be posting all my videos, or the links for all the videos that I have on my YouTube channel to Facebook. However, if you're having any problems viewing those, just go right to my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. Okay, as always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.